Viewers, I got really lucky today. Check this out, my latest score. It's a PYE Technico Aristocrat model 101, I believe, if I read the label again. It's in need of electrical restoration. The cosmetic side of it really isn't too bad. I'm going to focus on the electrical side of it mainly. Had a bit of mice going through it. There's a speaker wire which goes there, and these go to the neck of the tube. That's the worst damage this thing's got. The label I've got up there, it's a Mullard CRT made in Holland by Philips. And there's that nice flyback, you can see it in there. Let's see, it's a PYE Technico, made in Australia by Technico Limited, Marrickville, New South Wales. W101A. 170 watts, 50 cycles. Parts and P labels gone. Fuses. Volts. So we've got there. Active and neutral. That's it. The only thing that's missing is a back cover, but I could remanufacture that. Now we're just about to throw this thing out if no one would have bought it, but luckily someone suggested, yeah, sell it. Sure enough, I happened to find the ad, so they were going to turn it into a bloody fish tank. So lucky I got come and got this thing. Got to give it a good clean up though. It's been sitting that side for a while, but it'll clean up. The original fuses. So got the usual. Go over all the start with the paper wax capacitors and change out all the electrolytics, and we go from there. Internal antenna, external antenna. Goes up there, but little fancy spiral ones that plugged in there. And I had this, which bolted into the middle of it. It would have had a nice stand, but unfortunately that stand's long gone. There'll have to be the rectifier. You can tell by looking at it. It is too. It's a rectifier, 6 and 3. See, it's an X shape in there. That's the rectifier. No solid state rectifier or diodes in this, so I love the this in my schematic book, so I'll check that out what year this thing is. It'll have to be at least 58, possibly 1960. Yeah, got some electrolytics to change. Nice big paper wax capacitor there, all nice and waxy. Roll the speaker, that's all in good nick, it's just dirty. So they're going to go around there, from there to there, so the mice have chewed a fair bit of the wires out. Anyway, I'll get this thing cleaned up, pull the chassis out, we can start repairing this thing. Looks like it's all one assembly, obviously. The chassis, all the CRT should be all one assembly. So I'll take the chassis out and we'll start cleaning it and get this thing going. Be a nice project. Been after one like this for a while. Finally come across one. Be very careful not to nick the tube in the way back of the tree. Give you a good look at the front. Volume on, off. Water pots, vertical hold, contrast, brightness, and horizontal hold. Or the channels. So after the retuned one of my modulators, obviously no 5A and no 11, so my tuning, yeah. Get this safety glass all cleaned up. It's a very nice TV. It'll clean up nicely, this thing. Part of the back cover, after they make a new one for that, and get a cover for the neck of the tube. Get back on the tube. Mullard radiant screen long life picture tube model MW43-69. Serial number N05585. That's going back on the back of the tube once I restore it. Here's underneath it. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, not much paper wax capacitors in here, but yeah, good challenge. They're all original. Got a pot behind there. Another adjustment, another potentiometer there facing up. There's our easy to turn, not seized. More adjustments on the back. Underneath the flyback, I'll get that cage off, I'll give you a good look at that flyback transformer. And no, I'm not going to rip it out and have it on the ZVS, you can forget about it. Audio output transformer, so that wire that's on this side that I showed earlier, come up on this side of the TV, that's definitely the wires that go to the speaker, so that's easy enough. I know which wires go where now, to rewire this thing. Big ass power transformer, got it sitting on the towel so I don't scratch it up. Resistors, well, they shouldn't be too far out of tolerance, but I'll get to those. We've got some electric there, what's that say? 67, is it? There you go, Australian made. 35, date code, is it? 35th week. Don't know, it looks like an 8, but no way it's made in 1987. I don't know if that's actually a date code or what. 3567, 35th week in 1967. There you go, this is a 1967 model. Interesting. Some rack capacitors there, some bloody rats have been nibbling on it. Little bastards. To change those out. That's the volume, so they'll have to be changed to get the good audio quality back. A modern resistor. Anyway, got another electronic there. This won't be too hard to get back to life. The main gamble I'm taking is the picture chip. As long as that's nice and strong, which I hope it is, should be okay. Hopefully the emissions are all good. All the wires there go to the neck. Now I'll get this cage off and give you all a good look at that flyback. Some Anthony high 1 voltage 1 rules. This is definitely triple X stuff here, so be advised. Look at that. There's a flyback and looks to be in good nick. The windings look pretty good. A primary in the middle and a secondary with that blue thing around it. Moulded plastic holding the secondary together. No white top valve, 6AL3, 6CM5, that'll be the rectifier, that's the rectifier there. And it's not gassy. Sweet, no white top. There we are, there's that flyback. Yep, looks good. Okay, and the flyback looks good visually. Doesn't look like it's gotten hot or cooked or anything, so the wires going to it are all intact. Under there. So, looks like they haven't touched that. So I was worried it would have chewed the high voltage wire out, but they haven't. Goes into there, to the bottom of that rectifier. So, they're in good nick, so I know the high voltage side's good. Cosmetically. Relatively simple to pull this thing apart. So I've got 4 of those big bolts, and that under the chassis. The chassis will slide out, and that'll unplug. I can easily get this thing all cleaned up and easy to work on. Right. Yeah, too much dust. All that dust and dirt's a fire hazard. That's all got to come out. And a better look at that flyback. Yeah. Yeah, the most important parts visually look okay. Found all those wires there. Find where that yellow wire come from there. Yeah, look at the schematic. That yellow wire is the only one I can't locate. It must come from a different part of the chassis. Find where that yellow wire went. Right, yellow wire under there. Yeah, it'd be easy when I pull the chassis out. I'll be able to get to this thing easily. Yeah, find where that yellow wire went. Big ass electrolytic. So hopefully they're common values I'll be able to get replacements for, which I can. So that's good. There's probably won't have any in stock, but is a restoration, this thing's worth the wait. Alright. Looking good. Anyway, that'll be enough for now. Thanks for watching.